Hi, everybody. I'm Bruce. I'd like to welcome you all to our stream. We have Rob Nelson live. We're going to take you right to him. He is over in Hollywood, over for the March Day. Rob, how's it looking over there?
Well, it's just getting started down here, everybody. So let me give you a show of what we see here. This is the Hollywood and Highland, where the march is starting. So you can see that, like, people are gathering. So this is a coming together of two things. I'm going to show you the street. This is the Gay Pride. Normally today's the day of the Gay Pride March, and it's usually a party. Today they decided to do a unity march with Black Lives Matter. So it's a peaceful protest. The entire Hollywood Boulevard is got a. I'll show you. Has got a Black Lives Matter on it. That is. Let me show you what it looks like here. So there you see it. The entire street is painted down Hollywood Boulevard, right? This is the El Capitan Theater. Here's where Jimmy Kimmel does his show. There's the Chinese Theater, the Hard Rock Cafe, and the whole street. Here's the Kodak Theater where they do the Oscars. It says Black Lives Matter. You can see it in pictures from above. So it's getting started. There's not, like I said, right now there's not a ton of people here. Maybe a few hundred, but obviously that's going to get more and more and more supposedly as things get on. So we'll take a walk through and we'll talk to some people and we'll see what's going on. Give you a view if it gets started. It's not as, I'm sure it's going to get a lot bigger in a little bit. Right now it's very calm. The street's blocked, obviously. People out putting their pictures, doing their thing. Give you some stuff, people talking here. These women got their Black Lives Matter on. Here we go. Give you this view here. How you guys doing?
Good, how are you?
Black Lives Matter sign. Getting a lot of photo ops here, huh? Matching masks. Why are you guys out here today?
Black Lives Matter.
And Gay Pride? Are you guys straight or gay? Straight? Alright. Keep going. We're just trying to give you a sense of things in the middle of it. Like I said, right now it's pretty quiet. It's not a huge gathering. We'll walk this way and we'll see what we get over here. This is supposed to be a peaceful protest, and my guess is it will be. We'll see how long the whole thing lasts, how long the energy lasts around all this. So this is sort of a couple weeks in, and this was supposed to be a pretty big gathering, so we'll see what we get. A lot of people doing photo ops. Right now, it's still a lot of photo ops. People standing out in the middle of the street and people taking their photos. Like posing a little bit. Making their mark. Camera crews. People doing their hugs and hellos. People here. Taking this in. These guys are mic'd up. Very official. Let's talk to them here. Let's go over here and talk to these people here. Lots of hugs going on. How you doing?
Good.
You look very official. Like you're like an organizer. Are you?
I am.
What's your name?
Gerald Garn.
Gerald Garn, I'm Rob
Yeah.
Nelson. We're doing a
Nice to
stream.
meet
It's called Rob Nelson Live.
Okay,
We used to
great.
do a show on Fox, and now we're just doing everything digital.
Fantastic.
So we've been in all of this. So you helped put this together today?
Yes,
Yeah.
It's a team of us, and we just moved really quickly to make
You
everything happen. Yeah.
Yes. So give people like just a sense, because a lot of people who aren't from here, seeing pictures from the sky or whatever of the street. So what was this about today?
Sure. So this was really about showing solidarity and collaboration for community. A group of us called Black, the Black LGBTQ plus Activists for Change, came together really in response to what's been happening in the country, particularly as it relates to Black people and brutality. We really wanted to highlight the Black LGBTQ plus experience because we know that people in those intersections are actually much more disproportionately impacted.
Well, I was going to ask you about that, right? Because it's one thing, like, right, we talk about white people, white privilege, gay people. Some people even be like, well, gay white people do pretty well. Like, you know, like it's sort of an upper class part of that, right? As a Black gay person, is it like almost like a double?
It absolutely is, right. And there's sort of these tiers of discrimination that people really have to look at. So we see racism within the LGBTQ sphere. We see homophobia and transphobia within the Black sphere. And so this is really looking to highlight and amplify the Black LGBTQ plus experience.
Right. So I'm guessing like a lot of gay people talked about historically, getting mistreated by police, getting mistreated by anybody who didn't like gay people. It's like, you're gay, we don't like you, boom, right? As a Black person who's gay, you get that in a sense within the community, but do you think police also, is there a sense of that? And part of what I'm getting at is like, gay movements have always been a little more peaceful in some ways. Even, there was a violence around it, but it was a very peaceful evolution in some ways to get to where we are today, to where being gay is very accepted in society.
Right? Well, I agree, but I always have to remind people when it has come to any mass movement, there has been protest involved, and I think
protest is good, by the way.
It is.
Protest needs to change,
and I think we have a responsibility to make sure that we don't forget the history that comes with change, and we're really excited to celebrate Pride and Pride Heritage Month and all that comes with that around festivities, but we have to remember too that the galvanizing of what we know today as the gay liberation movement started with the riot. It started with people who represented underserved groups, particularly Black trans people and Latinx trans people, who had, in essence, had enough.
In New York.
Yeah,
for those you don't know, right? Famous back from the South, right? But it goes back. But that was where change started. So what do you say when people
say? And this is one of our collaborators also.
What's your name?
My name is Paul Scott.
Paul Scott. Nice to see you guys. What's nice about this today right now, there's a sense of joy around it. Like I'll say, like, you can protest angry, you can protest happy.
Well, I always often say the difference between what's happening here in the White House when they painted the street, the difference between here in D.C., that this was painted out of love. This was painted by both bunch of folk who actually give a fuck, give a damn, versus in D.C., it's the complete opposite. So this is an effort out of, people who really care. I think today everybody's Black. And I think, this is a great opportunity.
Everybody's
Black.
No, I'm not, but I'm saying in a way.
You're only gay if you're lucky. You're only gay if you're lucky.
Listen, people have been trying to flip me my whole life. So what about when people say, okay, people have had this debate, like, I'm outraged by the murder of George Floyd, right? Who wouldn't be, right? And I don't care if you say, he did this. It doesn't matter. Like, outraged by it. They also go, I'm upset when I see the protests turn into riots or into looting. And they also go, and I do support cops who are good cops who follow the rules. What do you say to that?
Well, a couple of things. Often, unfortunately, in this country, you have to have some sort of resistance, significant resistance to make a change. I mean, this country sort of started on violence.
Right.
And so it's sort of part of the fabric of this country. We wouldn't have where we are today if it weren't for the advent of cell phones. We Black people have been having this message for 400 years, back in Emmett Till's days. And the only real difference now, you all are seeing it on your television. You all have been seeing this on an ongoing basis on your television.
You know what? If we had social media, seriously, social media has brought this down.
Sure.
You get slavery, social media, slavery might have ended 100 years earlier.
The advent of cell phones. You're living with it as we've lived with it for 400 years.
So what do you say though to people who say I'm outraged by the murder? I don't like violence and looting in particular.
Sure.
And I'm supportive of cops who are good cops. Like I had Garcon. Do you know George Garcon?
Yeah.
So he was on my show the other day.
Let me share something
He's
with
like,
you.
not all cops are bad.
Let me share something with you in respect to that. I'm the first Black president of an all-white fraternity. And my fraternity brothers hosted something like that. A few bad apples. And my response to that is it's simply privilege. It's privilege to be able to say there's a few bad apples. You've never been pulled over Black. You've never been ostracized as a Black man. It's okay to say a few bad apples when it's not you. It's not a few bad apples. It's a corrupt system. It's an ongoing corrupt system.
And I've heard people say
and
that.
in terms of
the
the looting,
is
and in terms of the looting, that's a fringe part of the
totally
effort.
fringe. Totally.
So
fringe.
in order, always there's an effort to dispel. There's an effort to minimize what we're doing. And there will often those that want to minimize it will go there.
And I'm asking this because a lot of people.
This is about Black Lives Matter.
Right.
This is about Black people. This is about I Matter as a Black man.
And I see that, but I'm asking because a lot of people say, but why can't I support that and still think some cops are good? You know, the system's got problems, but some cops are good. And I don't like seeing
some
people
cops are trained in a bad system.
Right.
It's
That's
difficult.
what George Garcon
It's
said.
difficult for the cops to say that they're good when they're trained badly. They're trained poorly.
I think that drives our point around why we need to have structural change.
Right.
So a major point of today too is to make sure that policymakers, lawmakers, and community recognize and are committed to those changes.
That gentleman wasn't taught to put his knee on that gentleman's neck. He didn't come here with that. He was taught to do that.
Right.
So all of them were taught
and how we're
those
teaching
procedures.
people, right?
So
And I'm having you guys put it out there because obviously there's a lot of well-intentioned people who get it different way. So thank you guys so much. Thank you guys. We'll follow the rest of the protest as we go. So that's two of the organizers of the protest. Gave us a nice long conversation about what they're doing and why they're doing it. And brought up the whole issue of why they get upset when people say, hey, not all cops can, the whole issue. A lot of people feel like, hey, there's good cops out there. And these guys are like, yeah, but it's a broken system. And that's why we have such a weird divide around it. Bruce, you still in there?
Yeah, I'm still here, Rob.
All right, just checking. That was great. So those were two of the big organizers of the whole thing.
You could see the organization and the passion.
What's that?
You could see the organization and the passion.
Yeah, so they're two of the guys who organized this thing today. But see, then we have people like this doing the splits, it's a different message. Not as many people as you might think yet, but we'll see. We got any questions for us, Bruce?
No, nothing yet.
Okay. Come when they come. Surprised there's not more people here yet.
I think it's just a matter of time.
It has more a festival feeling right now, everybody.
Yep.
Get some more people, just giving you a flavor for it. You want me to just keep narrating? I'll keep narrating.
Yeah, and narrate while you're looking at the street so people can get the feeling like they're there with you.
Right. So you're seeing we're still on Hollywood and Highland, right here in the middle. This is the area it's blocked off. Here's the Chinese Theater. Over here is where Jimmy Kimmel does his show, the El Capitan Theater, the Disney Theater. There's the Chinese Theater. You can see this whole street here is, I'll flip it this way so you can get a different view, is got, if you would see it from way up high, the entire street is painted all Black Lives Matter. So I'll show you. You can sort of see it this way. We're so close to it. There's the A, L, L, and it goes down all Black Lives Matter, all the way down to the corner of Hollywood and Highland. This is the iconic intersection of Hollywood and Highland, where, sort of the heart of Hollywood. And this is where the protest starts and marches west. And it's normally Gay Pride Day, and it's a big party. Today they decided to do, on a very short notice, do Gay Pride as a protest march with Black Lives Matter, a peaceful protest march. So now it sounds like we're going to get started in a second. Hearing people start the little chants up, some more people gathering. I'll walk back through this way, and you'll see more. Here. Coming down here with people with flags, LGBTQ flags. I like the energy questions. He's got his megaphone. I like the look.
Oh, thank you.
So I got a person asked a question. One last question for you.
Go
We got
ahead.
a lot of viewers not in the U.S. and not in California.
Go ahead.
Who say, look, I'm trying to do everything right. I'm white. I want to, I want to do right.
Sure.
But I feel like I'll never. It's like somehow I've got to just own like that I'm bad or whatever.
You know what my response is?
Because I'm not black and I'll never be black.
You know what my response is?
Yeah, give it to them.
All old white people move out the way and let the young white people take charge. Because the young white folks know what they're doing. They have a different agenda. They weren't brought up in the system that we were brought up in. The young white folks know what they're doing. Ask their kids.
Intuitively know.
Ask their kids.
Ask your kids. I like that. Ask your kids.
That they're feeling, I want them to go over the question that they're asking us while a gun is to their head or a knee is on their neck, and then come up with a solution. Because that's what we're trying to do right
I
now.
would have taught that.
I like both of those. Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
We're about to go live, so if it's
Okay, got it. Got it. They're about to go live too, so we're gonna get them going live. So just getting perspective. You can like it or not like it, but he's putting it out there and he's saying, hey, let the young people take over. We've heard that a lot. Remember when we were doing that thing where we were at the film festival and people were like, hey, let the young people's voices be heard.
Look at this a little for a live chat, please. Just a couple of people. Thank you. Thank you.
So now we'll walk back through. All right, we're going to move down this way. So there's a lot of people down here at the corner of the intersection. We're right in the middle here. We're going to move down here. And it's still very kind of mellow. I think in about 5 minutes, they're going to probably start trying to move people. But I think they're waiting for more people. It's almost like gathering. But again, everybody who's just tuning in, we're at the heart of the peaceful protest, Gay Lives, Gay Pride, LGBTQ2. It's Gay Pride Day. And normally they do a big party in Hollywood. And they march all the way down from West Hollywood to Hollywood. This time they're starting in Hollywood at the iconic heart of Hollywood, Hollywood and Highland, marching west toward West Hollywood, which is the heart of gay Hollywood. And it's LGBTQ, it's Gay Pride comes together with Black Lives Matter in a protest march in support. And obviously, as one of the organizers was saying to us, gay people, suffer a double on this. If you're black and gay, you get the discrimination in the black community for being gay a lot still. So they're sort of feeling a double on this. And interesting conversation with him. He's pretty clear where he's coming from on it and just put some perspective. You can agree with it or not. But all right, so here we go. We'll move into more people down here. Wake up out there, everybody. Jump on our stream. It's at Rob Nelson Live. Come on, if you're sleeping, get out of bed. We're getting the beginning of a little piece of history here. We'll talk to these guys for a second. How you guys doing?
Great.
We're doing a big live stream. We're just talking to some of the organizers of this. They're obviously a couple black guys. You guys are trans, gay, what do you mix, straight?
Genderqueer.
Genderqueer.
Yes.
For people who don't know, what does that even mean? Some people don't actually know.
So for genderqueer, it's really that you don't conform to the binaries of male or female, and you really want to live in a different, you really want to live on a spectrum of all the genders, none of the genders. And for me, it's some days I'm more masculine presenting, some days I'm more feminine presenting.
So what were you born as?
I was born male.
Born male.
And then,
so what do you say to someone who goes, you know what, you're born male, you can do whatever you want, but still biologically, you're born a guy?
Yeah, I just think it's one of those things where it's for me, you don't have to be stereotyped like that. It's yes, I might biologically and anatomically still be male, but how I present my gender is my own choosing. And I think that's the biggest thing. You shouldn't be confined to having to.
Do you get a lot of pushback on that? You're in Hollywood, you're going to get less. But I mean, I don't know where you're from.
I'm originally from New Hampshire.
Okay.
So
more conservative.
A little more
conservative than
Hollywood. More conservative. Not really, because people kind of looked at me and they said, he's still the same person.
Stupid question. Which bathroom do you use?
I still use the male bathroom.
Male bathroom.
Yeah.
And what about when people do the thing, I don't want guys coming in the women's bathroom. I say I'm a girl and I go in the women's bathroom. I know that's people over-exaggerate that, but people honestly, J.K. Rowling,
Right.
who wasn't doing it, she was like, clearly feels it deeply.
Right. If you're that concerned about someone else, I mean, maybe you should just go to a single-use bathroom then.
And you guys are coming together today for
Yeah,
part
we're
of
actually
part
from
of this.
AMDA. We're from
Oh, okay.
American
We're getting all
Musical
the
Dramatic
groups.
Academy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you guys for sharing. You guys straight, gay,
I'm a lesbian.
lesbian?
Yeah.
Okay. So where are you coming from on all this? So we were talking, I was talking to one of the organizers, and he was saying how hard it is to be both a black man and a gay black man. So he gets a pushback in the black community still for that, right? I think being a lesbian is the easiest of all the groups to be. What would you say to that? Meaning, most accepted in society.
So that is a very common stereotype of
Not
being
true.
a lesbian. I would say it's not entirely true, just because while it might be easier in the home to be accepted as a lesbian, and society accepts lesbians by fetishizing them. It's about, the porn industry. It's about, it's not the right man yet. Chasing Amy's a great example of are we really accepted by society or are we fetishizing?
That's actually a really interesting point, because every guy goes, yeah, it's fine if you're a lesbian. I'm like, that's cool. I like the idea of two women. Like, right. That's fun. I'll check it out. My wife can be gay. That's fine. But wives don't go, my husband can be gay. That's not fine.
Exactly.
And people even say, once you sleep with a guy, you're always gay.
Yeah.
People go, once you sleep with a woman, oh, no problem.
And
Go
that's
back
what
and forth.
everyone misses.
Why do we have that weird highway like that, two-way thing?
It's misogyny. It's fetishization of women. It's not as cool or as sexy to be a gay man because it's seen as feminine to be in love with a man. Whereas for a woman to be in love with another woman, she's like one of the bros, and then it's kind of hot when they get with each other. And it's just
Rob, can you center the shot on her?
breaking more.
And I think one thing I always think is people mistake misogyny with finding women beautiful, right? Like you're a gay woman, right? It's okay if someone goes, oh, she's got a nice body, she's hot. Not inappropriately. I mean, if someone notices that. That's not what you're talking about. You're talking about
I'm talking
narrowing
about valuing lesbians because they're something sexy, because you see them as something sexual, as some sort of object. That's a person.
Right.
And first and foremost, you value the person, not the thing about the
Like
person.
that.
It's like the girls who are out here with the signs being like, oh, I love black boys, so I'm fighting for Black Lives Matter. No, you're not, because you're fetishizing black men, so you're not really with the movement.
I was about to say that. There's a fetishization of that going on with white people right now, too.
They're all different, but they're all part of the same kind of issue.
Right.
And they all need to be addressed equally.
Right. Are we making progress?
There's this huge progress. Look at the progress we have here.
Look at the
Paint on
street,
ground.
right?
Exactly.
Right?
This is progress. I think it's a little late in the game. I think we can always push it further, but it's progress, and that shouldn't be undermined.
Right. I agree with you. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Absolutely.
Where are you guys with? AMDA?
AMDA, College and Conservatory of Los Angeles.
All right, thank you guys for sharing. Good luck out here today.
Absolutely, thank you.
All right, everybody, that was fascinating, right? That's such a great perspective she put on that. We're getting great perspectives here today. We still don't have like the march moving yet, but we're getting some really great perspectives from people who are kind of organizing in groups and kind of doing something. Now we're going to go into the middle here. A little more people. People always like people. I'm putting my mask on. How we doing out there, Bruce? You there, Bruce? You there, Bruce? Don't know if Bruce is there, so can't tell you. We just keep going. All right, we're streaming away. Bruce, if you're there, come in.
All right.
You there?
Hey, Rob.
Oh, there you
Yep.
are, Bruce.
Hey, Rob.
It's hard to hear out here.
No, that's okay. I was just trying to.
Everything okay, Bruce? Fascinating interviews, right?
Yeah, and I was just trying to let you know to center while I got Reddit up and running too. By the way.
Say that again.
So I was just telling you to center to get the stream centered on the person you were interviewing. It was a little off,
Got it.
and I got Reddit up and running too.
Awesome. We got any questions yet, or just us?
Just people saying hi.
Hi, people. Getting some really interesting things. I thought what she said was fascinating about lesbians being fetishized because they're the easiest ones, and also about like white people like going out with their signs fetishizing black people, like I like black guys or whatever. Kind of fascinating how this all divides. Still more of a party feel here. We're gonna give you a little music here. Feel for it, a little party feel going on here. These guys up here. I like this guy's thing up here. He's got this thing that same shit, different decade. I love that sign. Thank you. You know, I was talking to one of the guys who organized this, and he was saying, you know, it's like same idea. It was like same, you know, years later, we just do it's like same thing, right? Because you guys, you're gay, I'm guessing, right? Like, you know, Stonewall in the 70s, you know, in New York, right? Like, but gay progress has come a long way, right? Yes, and it's not stopping now. Yeah. Very sexy. This has more of a party feel than some of the programs,
Yes,
right?
well, of course we added the gay to it.
What's that?
We added the gay to it.
And make it more
We
fun.
made it prettier. We did. We added the sparkle, the shine, the
Right.
glitter.
But you know what it is? It's passion.
Yeah.
It's
And
passion.
love.
Passion and love for
Passion and love.
humanity. Thank you guys. They added the gay to it. That like brings the fun in. It's like when people can laugh about their stuff and have fun with it. Like it can be. It doesn't have to all be angry. And there's some joy in this process, and that's what's great to see today. There's definitely some joy in this. All right, we get these people here. I'm talking to these guys. How you guys doing? Yeah. We're doing a big live stream. We're talking to. Where are you guys with? Should I know what that is? I'm kidding you. But a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't know what the and is.
It's an ampersand, and it always means there's an and. It doesn't stop with you. It just keeps going and going and going and going. That's what it means.
I like it. Where are you guys from?
From Los Angeles?
Yeah?
Yeah.
You just all got the matching shirts? Yeah. So we were talking to some of the organizers of this today, and they had a really interesting perspective. Are you guys straight or gay?
Straight.
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both. And he was saying, you know, as a gay black man, he's like, we get a double. Like we get rejection sometimes within the black community, right? And it's an interesting intersection today where you're seeing Black Lives Matter and gay pride, and there's sort of a joy to it. So the guy over there was like, well, yeah, you know, we're bringing the happy into this, all right? But like, how do you guys feel the last few weeks? Like, do you feel like there's some hopefulness coming out of this? Or not really? Not yet.
Not yet. There's a lot of work that still needs to be
And there's a
done.
lot of people holding up signs and putting black squares on, and I'm the first to say, like, hey, black squares are fine. That ain't going to change the world. Like, institutional change doesn't happen because you put it on
It starts with
Instagram.
legislation. It starts with voting. It starts with making your voice heard.
Right.
More than coming out there and protesting. We got to get it where it really hurts.
Can't stop. That's right. Demonstration is powerful, and it can make a statement and kind of push, you know, the narrative. But if we don't have change in our government, in our legislation, in our city council, like, then everything that we're doing will kind of be in vain.
Right.
So it's like our voice matters, and that voice needs to be influential to the government
Right.
and how they do
Right.
that as well.
Right.
So it goes hand in hand. It's a powerful balance to have.
What do you say when people say, you know, and people have had this debate the last few days, and it comes from more white people. They say, I'm outraged by George Floyd's murder, you know, completely outraged. I do support cops who are good cops, not all cops, but good cops, and I don't like when people are rioting or looting buildings and stuff like that. What's your response to that? Because I've gotten different responses from different people about that.
I feel as if.
Can you say all those things, or does that mean you're not getting it?
You can say all those things. I mean, I have family members who are cops. Of course, we support good cops and cops that don't use excessive force and try everything in their power not to harm an individual, especially for something that's minute or misdemeanor or whatever. I don't know all the terms for it, but go ahead.
You were saying you can support a good cop and you can be against looting and you can be outraged by George Floyd's murder. But
that African Americans, they need attention, and that we're being killed at alarming rates. And when you say all lives matter, you're saying that African Americans don't need attention right now, and we need a little more attention right now.
Right.
So
I don't want to be weird enough, but I almost wish people would sometimes put a Black Lives Matter too. Like the all lives matter response to me is like, no, we get that all lives matter. People are saying Black Lives Matter too. Like, they're part. You know what I mean? It's that feeling of like, it's not like no, all lives matter. It's like the point is not enough people thought Black lives matter, and I don't know if people get that or they're just stuck on it or stubborn about it. But I still hear people say all lives matter. What's wrong with it? I don't know if they'll get it.
The issue with you can support police and you can support a movement like Black Lives Matter. The issue when people say things like Blue Lives Matter is being a police officer is a choice. So saying blue is not a life, it's an occupation. But me as a Black man, I can't change my skin. I can't believe my melanin. Like I will always be Black. So to kind of mesh the two like they're equal is not the same.
And what I want people out there who are not comfortable with some of this, not uncomfortable, who ask these questions to know is, and I've said this before, if I get pulled over in a car and you get pulled over in a car, there is no chance that I face, and I've had cops harass me, there is no chance I get the same thing as you get. Instantly, I get treated differently in some weird part of their subconscious.
Yeah,
I've even seen it in these protests.
Yeah, there's a double standard that I feel like needs to be recognized in other communities. Just because it doesn't happen to you doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Right.
And that it doesn't affect people. So there is a double standard that needs to be.
But maybe we're starting to address it a little bit.
Now was the start.
What do we need going forward? You said changes in laws. That's a big part, right? But for the person out there, people are going to get tired and move to the next thing.
We need support. Yeah, we need continued allyship. You know, like looking at the crowd, seeing so many different faces and people represented. We need that because Black people, we can't be the only ones fighting for ourselves, especially people who benefit from privilege in this country. You have to use your privilege to speak up for us as well. So allyship is the most important thing right now.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. All right, that was awesome. Got some great perspectives again. Now I'm moving back this way, Bruce. We're moving in. There's more and more people gathering. You can see. I'll show you around. I'll do a camera flip here so we can see it this way.
Yeah, we got some people asking some questions in Reddit too, by the way.
People starting to gather. Going back up this way.
Rob, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Bruce.
Yeah, we had some people asking in Reddit, where are you?
Okay, so everybody, I am in the middle of Hollywood Boulevard. So I'll give you a perspective. Looking that way, that's Highland Avenue, and this is Hollywood Boulevard. So this is the Dolby Kodak Theater where the Oscars are. This is the El Capitan Theater where Jimmy Kimmel Live goes off. And right there on the right is the Man Chinese. So this is the heart of Hollywood, where when they have big movie premieres like Star Wars, whatever, was right here. They blocked this street off. And they blocked it off today for Gay Lives, Gay Pride Day normally is a big party that comes from West Hollywood, sort of the heart of gay Hollywood, or gay LA, moves down this way. Instead, they decided to join together and start here in the middle of Hollywood, at iconic Hollywood, where we are, Hollywood and Highland, and do a protest, peaceful protest coming together, Gay Lives, Gay Pride meets Black Lives Matter, and kind of bringing a joyousness to it. And we've been seeing people talking about how they're like, we're going to have fun out here today. Like, it's not that it isn't serious, but like, you know, there's a definite energy difference than at other protests. It's a little more upbeat, a lot more people hanging out, doing their thing. Here we go. We got photo op going on here. This is our music group here. All posed up for it. Everybody's posed up. That's the interesting thing. Everybody's posing. Like, you still see people posing. All right, I want to talk to these guys because this is an interracial couple here. How you guys doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, good. We're doing a big live stream.
Hey!
And I wanted to talk to you guys because you're like you're a biracial gay couple. So that's kind of cool. You know what? But that's funny. I like that, you know? So, and what I was talking to one of the guys who organized this, and he was saying as a black guy, like, you know, he faces a double, like, you know, being black, there's challenges in the black community being gay, and then there's obviously the Black Lives Matter side of it, right?
You're talking to Paul?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you respond to that, you guys, as an interracial couples have always been challenged in our society. Even today, some people still have issues with it. Mm-hmm. Being interracial gay, you get the extra.
Well, we definitely get looks, and
people say things sometimes.
Yeah. People say things, and sometimes
Like, really?
like
Or just give us like that side eye.
I remember one time we were walking in Hollywood, and we were holding hands, and someone was like, "Is that real?"
Is that real?
Yeah.
Meaning like you're faking
Meaning
it?
like,
Oh, wait, they're saying, is this real? Like we're
Is
pretending?
this real?
Yeah.
Like, are
We're
we
faking
pretending? And I'm like, of course not. Of course it's real. What are you talking about? So, and then sometimes you get looks of, I can't tell if it's like sexual interest or if it's
Well, you guys are a
awkward.
good-looking couple.
Thank you. but I did overhear one couple, an older couple that saw us at the Grove, and a straight couple, and the guy tapped his wife and was like, "Look at that black guy and that white man together."
Wow.
And they were like gawping, like,
Well, there are certain places
hilarious.
that we don't hold hands.
Like where? Where would you hold hands?
I guess it depends on the situation, but I mean, there's certain. It's hard to describe exactly like location, but sometimes in the South Coast area when we've been there, but we've also
Whenever you
been
feel
out
threatened.
there too.
Yeah. Whenever we would feel threatened.
Yeah,
I mean,
whenever
even sometimes, like walking through Hollywood or areas in Hollywood or in Los Angeles, even we question if it's safe to hold hands or not, because you just never know.
And you know, that's just a weird thing I want to say to everybody out there. We got to get past the point where people are still uncomfortable with anybody. I'm straight. I don't care. Anybody expressing their love for another person.
Right.
I don't care.
Right.
You know, you don't have to be anything or nothing. This is the simplest one.
Right.
Right? I get people having issues. Some people get, well, the Black Lives Matter. I get it. All lives matter. All that stuff. Fine.
Right.
The notion that we still today go, oh, it's two men. And, oh, it's a white and a black guy. Like, you know.
And
we're getting married. Which now in California you can do.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, but maybe we'll get past it. Maybe we'll get to a point where people stop. You know, I get it. You guys are gonna get it twice.
Yeah.
You know.
My thing is, as a human being, I just never understood why it's so important to know what goes on behind someone else's closed doors. Why? It's not important.
Great question.
Why?
Reality TV has done that.
True.
Yeah.
Why does the color of my skin, why does that threaten people?
I don't know.
You know,
I don't know.
it's just, I've
said this to a lot of people. I know a lot of people like putting their black squares on Instagram, the whole thing, and I'm like, are you going to stop crossing the street? Because I know, you know, I have friends, I coach people. Every tall black guy I know says the same thing. When I walk down the street, white people cross.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're the nicest guy in the world, right?
I witnessed that.
And it's like, at some point, are we going to, that's the change that has to happen.
Yeah.
You can post everything you want. Are you going to stop having that reaction? Oh, black guy on the street. I'll just go a few feet to the left.
Right.
As if somehow something bad might come of that. Right? That's the change that has to happen.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, thank you guys for being out here sharing.
Thank you.
Doing it. Let's see
Thank
that.
you.
Get those hands in a ring.
Yeah.
Wait, let me make sure I get it. Put it right there in the camera. Yeah, with a candy bar. Right? But this is unity.
Yeah.
And unity's got to happen. Thank you so much, you guys. All right. What we got, Bruce?
People from Reddit are telling Tyrone, put your mask back on. Put your mask back on.
Oh, sorry. You know what? If you notice, everybody, the masks come off when people feel connection. Did you notice when I was talking to him, at a certain point, he felt so comfortable, he pulled his mask down. It's like, I want you. The masks, why people resist them, they make you feel like you're blocked off. And you're like, no, wait, I want you to get this. But I get it, you guys. Thanks for keeping me safe. I'm keeping my mask up. Here we go. Is that better? Is Tyrone happy?
Well, they were specifically referring to Tyrone. People on Reddit were saying that too.
Tyrone, right. Well, that's why people do it, you know? I do it too. It's like I want to communicate. All right, we're walking back in. Here we go. We're going to turn this around.
Sure thing.
We're back toward the middle.
We have Forbes.
There's a lot of people on the other side of this here. We're going to walk through into it.
Yeah, we have some people saying hi. We have Forbes. We have on Facebook, Talk to Me Taylor on Instagram. We had a guy, let's see, Sploit Spiller on Reddit. Everyone's cracking jokes, having a good time.
All right, here we go. Got a little people starting up a chant in here. All right, they're marching in. Hey, thanks for sharing your stuff. Tell me your name again for my audience.
Paul Scott.
Paul, you're Paul, right?
Yeah.
I ran into a couple of people who know you. Say great things about you, Paul.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you for doing it.
Black Lives Matter.
I'm going to follow you in.
Appreciate that. What's up?
I'm going to come around here. We've got a lot going on here. Coming through here. Paul, I just want to say, a lot of people have noticed this, and I just want to say, you have an energy that's really positive and hopeful and inspiring and warm, and I like that. Right now in these times of change, this is what will help heal us. Doesn't mean you don't stand strong, but you're like, I stand strong.
Change
but
doesn't
I'm
happen unless you're uncomfortable.
Right,
You know,
but you can be
and
happy and
this
uncomfortable.
is making some white folks uncomfortable, and that's a great thing.
Right? But you'll still be happy with it.
Right. Yep.
Bring joy to it. All right. All right, Bruce, this is what's good. I broke my mask, so I have a spare thing for everybody who's mask conscious out there. Hold on. Got the
Oh,
spare.
yeah, a spare strap. I see it.
Yep, but that's all right. I got a spare. I came prepared. Here we go, Bruce. Pulling on the backup. How about that?
Good. See if you can find a spare one, too, just in case.
Like that?
Yep.
All right, here we go. We're going to go in there, a little gathering. Here we go.
Justice! What do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! What do we want it? What do we want? Justice! What do we want it? What do we want? Justice! What do we want it? What do we want?
Yeah, but if you have someone else you want me to talk to, I will. Point me in their direction. Actually, if you know of somebody that's good, just point me at them. I'll go grab them. Okay, perfect.
Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy.
Seems to be a one line chant. Maybe we get the second line. But right now, if you haven't heard it, show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Guess he's moving to the next one. Then we get a second chant. Right? We see if we got another one. What's the next chant?
No cops, no KKK, no racist USA. No cops, no KKK, no racist USA.
Now we're getting a no cops
No
chant.
cops, no KKK, no racist USA. No 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 cops, no KKK,
gathering here. It's getting sort of the center of it's here. Let's do it here.
Prosecute killer cops! 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 No justice! No racist! No racist! No justice!
Notice there's no police presence here. That's what's fascinating. I haven't seen a single police officer.
No racist!
We're mostly
No
into the crowd.
justice! No racist! Police! 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 No peace!
Moving through the crowd. Not a single, seen almost no police. Bruce, what are you asking me to do?
When you look into the crowd, move slower.
Move slower? Okay, I'll walk back
Yep.
through. Is that better,
Yeah.
Bruce? Bruce is
Yeah,
guiding me.
perfect. Yeah, perfect.
But I'm doing this on my phone without a selfie stick, so it's kind of a, Bruce is my eyes, what I can't see.
We got 10 people on Reddit saying hello.
What's that?
We got 10 people on Reddit saying hello.
Is this slow enough, Bruce?
Yeah, perfect.
Hot dog vendors. No cops. Notice there are no cops here. See, no cops at all.
I can't breathe! 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 I can't breathe!
She seems to be the self-appointed person, like, chanting it out.
Stand up! That's all I yell. Stand up! Stand up! What about that? What did T yell? United we stand, divided we fall. United we stand. I would say united we stand. Y'all are gonna say divided we fall. United we stand. Divided we fall. 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 Divided we fall.
making progress out here? Are we making progress?
We're making progress.
How would you feel in the last couple of weeks?
It's been great.
But we got a long way to go, right? I mean, it's easy to put the black square on your Instagram. That ain't gonna ultimately change it, right?
That's right.
You got to get out of here.
Right?
Got to get out of here and support.
Real change takes time.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah.
No, I noticed there are no police officers here. You guys notice that? There's not a cop in sight. It's interesting. It's people are
peaceful protesting.
Do you think, it's possible for some people are saying, like she was saying, no cops. Like, is it possible to be angry at George Floyd's murder and still think I support good police officers if they're good? I mean, ask you that because I get a different answer when I ask white people and black people.
Well, I think there's good in everything and everyone. It's just a matter of how they recruit.
Right. The systemic process.
They need to hire more black and brown police officers. Every 10 they hire one black. It needs to be more.
Do you think more black people want to be police officers right now?
They go to the army. They do that.
A lot of black and brown kids that grow up, they're hit at a young age with police crimes, things on their record before they even get a chance to prosper in society.
Right. Right.
It disqualifies them from the beginning of life.
It's a seed planted when they're young, when they're 12.
You
can't
stop the so then you go, oh, you have a felony. What did they do? You jaywalk.
That would make a difference if we had more black and brown police officers, right? It would change it, right? Start changing the system.
It could relate to community policing, where black and brown kids can police their own neighborhoods, to where the crime rates or the relationship would be better moving forward in that area. But you have people that live outside the area and come into those police locations. Then you have issues with how they treat you.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Los Angeles.
In LA, you too?
Upstate New York.
Upstate New York. Did you experience that as a young person, a lot of police discrimination, a lot of police, I don't know where you grew up, I don't know if that matters.
All the time. We heard statements from other friends, what took place, how they were handled. I've been pulled over before. I had to sit on the curb.
You can't stop the revolution. That's interesting. I want people to hear this because I've heard people say, I've been harassed by cops and I'm a white guy. But I've said, would you rather be white or black driving in a car? And everybody says white because there's a different subconscious treatment.
You know what it says for a black person. If you have a white friend in the car, it's different. If you're all black in the car, there's more chance you're going to get
different if there's a white guy.
If you have a white friend, a white friend,
and that's got to somehow change. I don't know how we change that. That's subconscious.
I've got friends just sitting in their car and then they're being harassed for sitting in their car.
Right. How do we change that? I'm serious. How do you get that out of people's heads?
Well, it has to be inherited from a child. This is all taught.
It's got to start with young people.
Right. It has to start there. And the new generation, they're tired of it. They're tired of hearing their parents, say, this is bad, that person's bad.
What's going on now?
Stop judging people.
With the new generation, with the young Americans, young white people, the young different races, and now seeing what's going on, and that's what development is.
Are you guys a couple?
Yes, my husband. I have a son editing.
So that's the age where maybe we're going to start seeing change happen, right? That generation.
They have conversations, particularly with my son.
Does he have different relationships with white people, say, than your generation did?
Yeah, he went to basically almost
all white school, private school.
So we had to talk to him and like this. Yeah. But he has friends of all races.
I remember my daughter invited to a primarily white school, private school, and she was told that she couldn't come to the party because she was a brown girl. And I was 8 years old. We had a parent-teacher conference with the parents and the school.
Who said she couldn't come to the party? Another family?
One of the kids told my daughter.
No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No peace!
You know what?
That's changing. That's changing.
No peace!
And my daughter are friends.
The white girl. That's progress. That's generational progress. Thank you guys so much for sharing. Appreciate it. Stay
Black
safe.
Lives Matter every day.
Keep that same fucking energy when we walk it.
How we doing out there, Bruce?
We're doing good.
Can you see everything okay?
Yep, so far.
Right about, right in this area here, I'd say we got about, 1,000 people almost kind of gathered in here. It's hard to get high up above. I'll try to walk back a little slowly for you. I got a candy for you.
No peace. No peace. No peace. No peace. No peace.
How you guys doing? Good. I like the umbrella. Get it on our live stream. Yes. What's with the two different colored shoes?
It's just a thing that I do.
Wait, I gotta get you.
There we go. It's just a thing that I do, just to stand out a little bit.
Okay.
And they're comfortable shoes, and they make me taller.
So, are you trans?
Sure.
No, I don't know. I'm asking because you have a deeper voice.
You can call me he, she. I don't care.
You don't
I'm
care.
very androgynous.
You don't care.
Yeah.
So someone said she, you'd be all right.
Yep.
Someone said he. Which do you get mostly? She.
She. Yeah. Even when I don't have makeup on, everybody's like, "Hi, ma'am."
What do you self-identify as?
I always say queen. I always say she. So
She.
Yeah.
And what were you born as?
A male.
Male. Right.
Yeah.
So how does someone wanted me to talk to more trans people for our stream? And a guy was going to get something. I don't know where he went. He's going to bring me somebody. So,
Close enough.
Close enough. You're fine. Talk about that because I think that's still an identity issue we're having in our society. You're black and trans, or whatever you want to say, but around that. It's a double.
Yes, it's hard.
Almost harder than being black and gay.
Sometimes I feel like I'm not accepted in the black community, even though I am black. But I still fight for that because it's my rights, and I am black. And I still claim that I am black, but I feel like sometimes they don't claim me. And then sometimes in the gay world, I feel like I'm not accepted too because I'm like both, and like a lot of gays.
Because you're black.
Yeah.
So even in the gay world, the black has a side.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. I've heard people say in the black community being gay, or trans or whatever.
Yep.
But in the gay community, there's a whiteness there at times.
Yeah, a lot of that. And
that's interesting.
I did a social experience on Grindr where I posted pictures of myself the way I am. And I got maybe 10, 15 messages. And then I posted one. I asked my friend, can I use a picture of you? He was white. And I took a picture of him with his snake bites. And literally I had hundreds of messages a minute. So I was like, wow.
Interesting.
I was like, that's a sad reality.
It goes at all levels, right?
Yeah.
It's cutting through this. It's hard, right? Because you realize it's subtle and it cuts down, right? And at some level, it's just about acceptance.
Yeah. But I mean, it's getting better though. It's all right. LA's a little different. I love it here.
Right.
I'm from Orlando.
Change is happening.
Yes. I can see
What do you say? What do you say when people say, I'm outraged by George Floyd's murder? I've been asking you this because I've seen some stuff, but I'm pissed off about people looting people's stores, and I support police officers if they're good. Mm-hmm. Is that mean you don't get it?
I get it.
Does that make sense? Could somebody say all those things, or are they inherently cutting down Black Lives Matter?
You can say all of that. The looting and stuff, though, I feel like you don't have to loot to get I mean, I understand why they're doing it, but you don't have to.
Right.
You don't have to do that. So, I understand.
Are we making progress?
Yes, we are.
As a trans, black woman, man, whichever you want, are we making progress? You feel hopeful?
Yes.
I love it. You have a great face. Look at this face, everybody. This is a face of hope. This is a face of hope. Right there. Thank you so much. You too. All right, now the march is moving, Bruce. We're moving with it, okay? We're going to get toward the front of it. You there, Bruce? All right, Bruce. Everybody out there, this is Rob. It's Rob Nelson Live. We're in Hollywood and Highland. We're moving through the front. Sorry, man, I didn't mean to step on you. I stepped on your toe? Apologies. We're moving through the march here. We're doing our live stream, everybody. We're getting a lot of people in, a lot of people talking. How you doing, man? Didn't mean to step on your foot.
Oh, you're
doing
right.
a big live stream.
Hey, everybody. Hey, world.
No mask?
No, I don't believe in COVID.
Whoa, come on. Really?
It's a myth like Santa Claus and Easter Bunny.
Wow, that's the first I've heard.
Yeah.
All right, well, we got a non-believer out here. All right, slide through the crowd. Excuse me, right behind you, man. We're going to go through here to start where we're starting.
You guys can push the sidewalk, y'all, please. Push that way. Yes, I did. Okay.
Just to the area.
Backing up, y'all. Push to the left. Push to that side.
I'm going to try to climb up on this thing and give you a more aerial view. But everybody watching, we're at Hollywood and Highland. We're right in the middle, right in front of the Chinese Theater, where the Gay Pride March meeting Black Lives Matter is coming together in a sort of unity march. And I'll try to get above this and show you. Yeah, I'll be right here. So we're going to get an activist over here to talk to us in a second. And I'm going to try to climb up and show you. See if I can get up. Hold on for a second. I'll climb up on it if I can without dropping my phone. All right, here we go. Okay, coming down. We got a person in here for an interview. Thank you. Uh-oh.
Ella has been in the community for a solid 10
here we
years.
go. Ella, can you see us in there? Hold on, I'm trying to make this undo so I can see you.
You're with Fox, right?
There we go, yes.
Okay,
For once. This is our live stream. It's Rob Nelson Live.
Okay.
We're showing Fox. So, your name's Ella?
Bella.
Bella.
Yeah.
Bella's here, everybody. Bella, no one could hear what he was saying. So tell me about we got a truck coming on us.
Right.
That's all right, we'll talk now. Bella, are you a trans activist?
Yes.
Is that fair to call you that? Is that what it is?
I'm a brown woman living a trans experience, yes.
So what does that mean? It's interesting. I was talking to a guy, well, she says she identifies more as a woman now. She said it's hard being trans and even in the gay and black communities at times.
Yes, it is. Because we have this stigma that these, basically this machismo way of being a masculinity has been basically taking over femininity, sometimes even within black and brown households, where sometimes women don't have the say. It's always the man and the man of the house. Instead of being a matriarch, it's always the patriarch. And so a lot of that, stems from generation to generation. So I think in order to break that is to protest and is to talk about femininity as much as possible. Talk about trans black women, because we don't honor women really. I feel like the brown and black community does not honor women.
In general.
In general, masculinity does not honor women in general.
And were you born a woman?
I was born male.
You were born male?
Yes.
It's funny.
Yeah.
I would have thought you were born a woman. Again, that's just a judgment, but no, I'm just saying, you were born a guy.
Yes. I was born male, and I transitioned at the age of 19.
Right, and I want to say something to people out there. It's okay to be wrong about these things. You said I get that a lot. People are so scared if I say the wrong thing. It's like, it's okay to ask, like, right? It's not, no one's going to kill you for asking if you're genuine and sincere and wanting to know.
Right, as long as it's coming from a pure heart. I mean, most of my sisters, I call them my sisters, most of us are very more intuitive more than we are verbally. So we speak more intuitively and more body language than we do with the mouth, because sometimes words. So.
Well, thank you for sharing that. Are we making any progress when it comes to the trans world? You know, like the whole J.K. Rowling thing blew up last week. And I'm sort of like, you know, I get it. I mean, seriously, I understand she comes from her authentic perspective of feeling like I don't want guys coming in the women's restrooms or changing rooms or whatever, right? And I don't know that that's anti-trans. I feel like everything you say, anything, it becomes anti-automatic versus whatever. But you're a trans person, so your views on that.
Well, I've had friends who died from being in relationships, even if they know, because of standing up for themselves. I've seen, for example, Ayana Dior, who got beat up by 30 black men and a black woman on IG a lot. Like, it was like over fender bender, and mind you, she's protesting for the same cause. I've seen.
You knew her?
Yes. Well, not having known her, but someone like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. So, a lot of that stigma, a lot of that is just it's still a lot.
So we got distance to go.
Yeah.
But today we're making a little progress.
A little progress, but hopefully, if stuff go the way it should, to have peace.
Let's go for it. Thank you for sharing. T-shirts are sort of starting. The truck's in place. People are up on the truck.
Check. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you. All Black Lives Matter. All Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter.
Hey, can I stream from up here for 2 minutes? Can I stream from up here for 2 minutes? Yeah, okay.
We are about to start just a little small programming.
Oh, okay, great.
So you guys just wondering if you join us. We're going to take our efforts to West Hollywood. All Black Lives Matter.
Mind if I just stand next to you?
Sorry.
You're sticking on?
Absolutely.
Drivers in the front, with the drivers in the front, can please stop the march. We want to start this all properly, peacefully, and respectfully. We want to, for our ancestors, for the community, for the black community, for the queer community, we're going to start this. Y'all ready? Are y'all ready? It starts now.
I need everyone to back away. We're about to get off the truck. We're about to start the ceremony.
Let's go.
So we're about to get started. The march is up down the street. lot of people. Right here, Hollywood and Highland. The march is about to start. This is the organizers on the truck. Black Lives Matter. And you can see there's, you know, right here, this is the beginning of the march, and we're going back thousands of people, and this is kind of the front right here where we're about to. It's very, very peaceful. It's still no police. Absolutely no police.
We say all Black Lives Matter. 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 All Black Lives Matter. Black trans lives matter. Black trans lives matter. Black gay lives matter. Black same-gender woman lives matter. That's what we want on y'all. Focus on that. All is clear in the Bible. Black lesbians matter. All Black lives matter. All Black lives matter. Same thing. Call them gay. Call them gay. Say his name. 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 All Black lives matter. All Black lives matter. All Black lives matter. Black queer lives matter. Black queer lives matter. Black queer lives matter. Black queer lives matter. Trans lives matter. Black Muslim lives matter. Black Muslims matter. All Black lives matter. All Black lives matter. All Black lives matter. No peace. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. Say his name. Timothy Dean. Say his name. Say his name. Say his name. Say his name. Timothy McDean. Say his name. Timothy McDean. Say his name. Jamil Moore. Say his name. Jamil Moore. Say his name. Jamil Moore. Say that name. Tony McDay. Say his name. Tony McDay. Say his name. Say his name. Say his name. Dominique Fields. Say her name. Dominique Fields.
Iconic spot.
Say her name. Dominique Fields. 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 Say her name. Say her name. We are saying the names of Black trans women who have been killed. We are saying the names of gay men who have been killed. Black queer men who have been killed. We are saying the names of Black trans men who have been killed.
It's important as we begin this event that we bring our ancestors in the house. Our Black ancestors died. It's important to make sure that we recognize them, that we know that they're here and that they're giving homage to us to go forward. So in order to do that, I brought our spiritual sister. He goes by the name of Love. Please listen.
Blessing ceremony to start this out.
Blessings, family. Can you put your foot in the air for a sign of solidarity? phenomenal group of young people who have brought this event together. Myself and Paul and others have been on these front lines for over 30 years doing this work. This is a glorious moment. This is a glorious moment. And the ancestors are celebrating with us. But many lives have been lost. Many lives have been lost and not acknowledged. And there were many things that were lost during the Middle Passage. Among them are sacred traditions and our indigenous traditions. So I'm going to ask you to honor this with a moment of silence for all those lives that have been lost. Put your fists in the air for a moment of silence. Now ask me, who am I? Who are you? Ask me, who am I? Ask me, who am I?
Who are you?
I am Ianifa Ifalade Tashia Asante, and I represent our African ancestors. I come with the medicine and the magic of those spirits who have left here, those spirits who have died tragically, and today we honor them with an ancient ceremony that goes back thousands of years. With me. And if you are with me, say Ashe. Say Ashe.
Ashe.
Say Ashe.
Ashe.
May it be so. Omi tutu. Ona tutu. Kosi ku. Kosi oro. Kosi ava. Kosi inka baruku aruku babawa. For our ancestors in heaven, we say, Ibaye. Toru. Ibaye. Toru. And on this day, not only do we speak the names of George Floyd, today we speak those names of our SGLBT ancestors, Tony McDade. Speak their names. Speak their names. Speak their names. We also speak the names of those who have been beaten, those who have been hurt, those who have tragically left here. And we give thanks because not only do Black Lives Matter in the mainstream, but LGBT Black Lives Matter. Yeah. Black Lives Matter. We honor our comrades who have fallen Black SGLBT community is here. We have always been here. We are your mothers and your fathers, your grandfathers and your grandmothers. We are your daughters and your sons to return. And our native indigenous sisters and brothers who are here, we stand with you. We fight with you. We walk with you. And our Latino brothers and sisters, we stand with you. As we pour this in memory of their loss, in memory of the blood shed on American streets, in memory of Mike Brown and Trayvon Martin, all those spirits that have been lost. Black lives matter. And until Black people are free, none of us will be free. Cross your arms, O purity. As the shoulders of our ancestors. This is historic to see the gay community in support of the causes that have taken down our brothers and sisters. This is what we fought for. Yes! Scott, who has been on these front lines, and to these new warriors, these young warriors are so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. You make it all work. Everything you do, you make it all work, and I love you. Blessings, family. Black trans lives so we can be here and we can say all Black lives matter. We stand with our Asian brothers and sisters that are out here. We stand with our Latino brothers and sisters that are out here. We stand with our Native American brothers and sisters who are out here. We stand with our Middle Eastern brothers and sisters who are out here. All Black lives matter. We win. When we fight, we win. When we fight, we win. When we fight, we win.
It's going in the program. People are really just I'm flying back up. We're right in front on the back of the truck. Thank you.
Thank you.